Idiot of the day here, Jeff. Commit, don't quit. Today, being me, being you. Anyways, let's get this started. I'm just going to be a couple minutes. I'm going to tweet this out. Notifications, I'm pretty sure, don't work, so we'll get the notifications sent out. I'll just be a couple minutes. I'm going to see if I can open this up and get it started. So I will talk to people once they come in. I'm just going to be a couple minutes, so don't take it personally in any way. If I don't see it just for a second, I want to say hi to everybody. I thank you for coming. Thanks very much for coming. I do appreciate it. I'm just setting up the live chat. Gonna tweet it out because, like I said, I don't think the notifications go. So let's see if I can share this to Twitter. Gonna just be a second here. I really appreciate you coming. As you can see, we're out in the mountains, up in the log cabin and that. Let's see here. Let's just give me a second. Sorry about this. I do apologize. Adventures with Connor. Hi Connor, how are you? It's good to see you. Thank you very much for coming. I'm just sending this out on Twitter, so I'm very sorry about this. My notifications don't work, so we're gonna send this out. Country Cycle Cam, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. I'm just tweeting this out on Twitter. So I just want to make sure this works. Pretty sure it does, but let's make sure. Hey Jeff, at the eye doctor's waiting for dilation to take effect. Won't be staying. No worries, buddy. No worries. Country Cycle Cam. I'm just making sure the tweet went out. Notifications don't go out for my channel and that. So not when I use OBS. So I'm just. Let me just make sure this is working, and it looks like it is. So yeah, it is. So we have that set up. Anyways, it's good to see you. I really appreciate you for coming. I really do. Let me just get my glasses back on. There we are. Good stuff. Let's see. Adventures with Connor. Hi. Great to see you. Country Cycle Cam. Hi. I know I've said hi to you fellas already, but hello again. Crew for Life. Hello everybody. Hi. How are you? Stream Elements bot running. Elements. Okay. Thanks a lot, Stream Elements. You know what's so funny about that? I don't even use Stream Elements. I use OBS. But when I set up Stream Elements about a month or two ago, you had to set up a bot for Stream Elements. So I think it's still running. I have to actually, I haven't actually logged out of it, I guess. So Stream Elements, I think it's so funny too because it doesn't open up every time. It's once every like couple weeks or something. I don't think we've seen this in a couple weeks, Stream Elements, but. Anyways, it is what it is. Adventures with Connor says, hi everybody. Connor, it's great to see you. We're up in the mountains today. Yeah, we're just taking some images and putting them in the background just to kind of liven it up, make it look kind of sunny out and that. The sun's out here, so it's quite a nice day. It's actually a beautiful day, to be truthful, but you know what? We're hoping spring is on its way here. Definitely hoping spring is on its way. I don't even think I don't know if I have anybody on the stream right now. It says that I don't, so I don't know what's happening. It says I have 3 people. There we go. Anyways, thanks again for coming. Much appreciated. Let's see what we have here. Story Dory. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Story Dory. How are you? It's good to see you. Adventures with Connor says it's raining at my house. Well, we're in Canada, Connor. By Toronto, between Toronto and Detroit, and it's a beautiful day here, but we don't have a lot of nice sunny days here in the winter. Usually it's cold and it snows a lot, but today it's the sun's out, so it kind of brightens everybody's spirits up and makes you feel like spring's here. So I'm hoping it is. I'm hoping it is. But like I said, you know what? The notifications when I run OBS, I can't seem to get the notifications to go out. So some people get them, and I think majority of people don't see them. They only see if they're on YouTube, and they'll see who's live there at the time, and it populates. But it doesn't send the notification out. I don't think. If I go through YouTube live stream, I think it does. But running OBS, I cannot get the notifications to work that way. You set up an event like you do, but it doesn't set the right events. It's kind of funny, but anyways, I won't go on about that. So how's everybody's day? Everybody having a good Wednesday? You know what? I was doing a video sorry, right before this, and I was kind of all excited about 40 minutes before this. You know what, I did all the editing, and then I went to export it. The only problem is I wasn't logged into the Goofy thing. We use Filmora as our editing program. I wasn't logged in, and for the next 25 minutes, I couldn't figure what the password was. So logged in over and over and over again. Well, after 5 times, it says wrong password, reset it. The only thing is it's set through my wife's account. She set it up on her email, so I can't log into her email. I changed the password, so I had to call her, get all the information. And then once I did get logged in finally, because what happens is if you try to export it, if you're not logged in, it lets you do it, no problem. But when you're not logged in, it leaves a watermark. And well, of course you don't want a watermark. So anyways, I finally got logged in about 7 or 8 minutes to spare just before coming on live. So I thought, you know what, we'll leave it in the background. We will not export it or anything while we're live, just in case anything goes wrong. So we'll get that finished. But John Clope, hello. Filmora doesn't save your password. Now, John, it's good to see you. Thanks very much for coming. It did up till today, and unfortunately, I don't know what happened. I ran into somebody else that did it. I wish, you know what, Goofy me. Usually, I'm pretty particular. I always usually check everything to make sure I'm logged in and everything. First time I never checked, and you know what? Then I sat there for 40 minutes trying to figure it out. But oh well. Anyways, it's working now. I just have to just run the export after this for about half an hour. Export it, then get some stuff done. Probably by tonight I'll get the video up, but probably after supper for sure. G-Money Strong Outdoors. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you. You know what? It's a beautiful day here. I hope. Talked to a few people. Some people said it was raining where they are, and but sun's out here, so I'm kind of happy about that because you know, it's been kind of a blah winter, and anyways, the sun's out. All excited about it. As you see, I'm just kind of messing around this week with some different images on OBS. That's all. But just kind of like to bring some sunshine out today. Yesterday we had like an image of a indoor log cabin. I enjoyed the site. Today we have outdoor log cabin, and that looking out into the beautiful mountains and stuff, and into the backgrounds. Kind of reminds me of something back when I was a kid. There used to be a cowboy show called Bonanza, and Bonanza, the opening scenes, they look off into the background, and this is pretty much what it looks like. Drew's Food Reviews. Hey Drew, how are you? It's good to see you. That cereal looked mighty good, Drew. Mighty good, but you know, was it yesterday, the day before? I think it was yesterday. You put up the one on Charleston Chew. I'll tell you, you know what? I loved Charleston Chew when I was a teenager. I hadn't had them in years. About 2-3 years ago, I found a place that still sells all the kind of retro stuff that I had when we were kids and stuff. So I had a Charleston Chew. There was I think a vanilla and a chocolate one or something. I can't remember. Anyways, I kept saying to my wife how much I loved it and loved it and loved it. So anyways, I bought a couple, and when I was a kid, I used to throw them in the freezer, freeze them up, eat them up. Anyways, I shouldn't have froze them. I like them, but I shouldn't freeze them. But anyways, when I saw that, I got a good laugh because it was something I enjoyed as a kid. Anyways, Mike, hey Mike, how are you? It's good to see you. Thanks very much for coming, everybody. I really appreciate it. John Clope says, every time I boot up my laptop and log into it, I have to log in Filmora. Now, John, the only thing I can think of that happened since I formatted the computer, that's the only thing I can think of. Maybe when I formatted, I reinstalled, but I didn't re-log into it since then. So it's my fault more than anything, but I guess it is what it is, right? Oh well, I guess it wasn't that bad. We got logged into it, so everything's good. I'll do the editing, exporting after this. Kimber Kiss, hi, much love. Kimber Kiss, thanks very much for coming. I appreciate it. Everybody, thanks again for coming. I know, you know, some of you can only stay a second in that, but much appreciated. I really do appreciate it. Drew's Food Review says, yes, I'm always looking for classic candy. Oh my gosh, Drew, unfortunately, you know, I don't eat as much as I used to, but, you know, I still like a Snickers and a Mars and stuff like that. Twix, all those, you know, famous ones from being younger. But, yeah, those older ones, you know, you don't see them very often, but like you said, some of the classic candy stores and stuff still have them. Do you remember the old Fizz? I can't remember. Is that what they're called, Fizz or something? Little candies. I didn't eat a lot of candy. I ate more chocolate than candy when I was a kid, but they used to sell these things in strips. I think they were called Candy Fizz or Fizz. It came like this little like round circle or something, and you pop them in your mouth, and I think they had like baking soda or something, and then they like that fizzed in your mouth and stuff. I love them. I remember the first time the kids had them, they didn't know what to do with it. John Kloop, I love. Charleston Chew, I used to freeze them too. Oh my gosh, yeah, so did I. You know what? And it's funny, I hadn't had the goofy things since the 80s. Then, like I said, a couple of years ago, there's a place about 10 minutes outside of the city here. They sell, there's like a peanut shop that sells every different kind of peanut or almond you could ever think of in chocolates. And in that store, they have like a section at the back that sells all the old retro candy and that. Piano in 60 seconds. Good evening, guys. Hi, how are you? It's good to see you. Thank you very much for coming. Sunshine. Hi, how are you? It's good to see you. Ventures with Connor saying hi to, good evening to Piano in 60 Seconds. Kimber Kiss says, I've heard of Charleston Chew, but I've never had one. They're delicious, Kimber Kiss. They're absolutely delicious. You know, they're older candies that, or older chocolate kind of candies and stuff like that we probably had like 30 some years ago, but they are pretty good. I think that, some of the stores, Drew's Food Reviews did a video or review today, and in the video he was, or not today, yesterday, sorry, and in the video in that he was talking about Charleston, either yesterday or the day before. Drew, I'm sorry if I messed it up, but one of his videos in the last couple of videos was all about Charleston Chew in the video, so I loved it. Drew's Food Review, Zoot candies, I'm looking for them. I'm not sure what that is, Drew. You know what, I probably do, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's see here. Hey, Fitz, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. That pizza bagel, you know what? I don't know why I wouldn't in a million years ever thought of it, but you know what? Your slogan today on it, when you sent me that message, I thought that was classic, buddy. I loved it. But you know what? I totally agree. Anything pizza. Anything pizza. Anyways, I loved it. You know, it's funny. Every 2 weeks on a Friday night, my wife always is like, what are we going to do for supper? Kids are always like, I want pizza, pizza, pizza. So anyways, my wife makes pizza every second Friday. And they're homemade pizzas. I'm not a big fan of ordering it anymore. It's, you know, you kind of get sick of it after a while. So anyways, she buys these pizza shells or makes them sometimes. They're just like, you know, like this big. They're homemade ones. Kids make their own. They throw up on their own toppings. You throw it in the little, not the pizza oven, but we have like a, not a convection oven. I can't think. It sits behind the crock pot and stuff. And when you plug it in, it's kind of nice. We do a lot of cooking in there, especially in the summer, because you don't want to turn the oven on. It's so bloody hot. So she uses that just about for everything. And anyways, well, just give me 2 seconds. The fella that lives behind us is doing something, so the dog's starting to bark. Come here, come here, come here. Just the fella next door. That's all. He's like saying something. It's kind of crazy. He never does it, but the last little bit he seems to do it while I go live here. Let's see here. Story Dory Charleston Chooser, filling Ripper type candy. Siri Studio, hi, how are you? It's good to see you. Thanks very much for coming, everybody. I appreciate it. Ozat's was the fizzy hard candy. Was it? Oh, okay. Yeah, like I said, I don't know exactly what it was called, but I do remember those for some reason. I remember those. Adventures with Connor, I have to go and I will go live tomorrow. Okay, Connor, you have a good day. Okay, thanks for letting us know. You have a good day, Connor. Fitz a Bake says, I love pizza, if you couldn't tell. Yeah, no, exactly. You know what? When I sell those venison steaks only, I haven't had venison Fitz in years. You know, used to know some guys that hunted and stuff like that, and when they went up north hunting and stuff like that, where I lived in high school, there's a lot of conservation areas, and the one conservation area back at the end of high school or something, it got so overpopulated with the deer population. You know, they don't usually let you into those places. They don't usually allow hunting ever in those. At least here they don't. Anyways, for like 2 years straight, they allowed hunting on hunting season. They closed it off for 2-3 weeks at a time. And you were allowed to go in there and, I don't want to say clean house, but there's a lot of cleaning house, let's put it this way. They first let the First Nation reserves and stuff go in. And then after that, they had overpopulated for years, and it was just getting kind of crazy. And they went in there and they did a mass clean out, but then there was nothing for a couple of years. I think just recently they started doing it again, but it became so overpopulated. Like when you drove through there, in the parks and stuff like that, it was crazy. Like you saw the deer absolutely everywhere. There was like thousands of them. So anyways, that's why they did what they did. But yeah, I remember. Oh gosh, venison. I haven't had that in years. The only thing I've never tried. I never tried bear, but I've had moose and stuff like that. And I love moose. I love moose. Piano in 60 seconds. Do you guys get strawberry laces? They're so nice. You know what? I wouldn't know now. Piano 60 seconds, but I think I remember that. I think I do remember that when I was younger. I'm pretty sure. Fitz a Big says. Let's see. Give me a second, Fitz. Sorry about this. I'm way behind. Oh yes, Fitz. That's good. Yeah. You're more than welcome. And Fitz a Big says, "Are you inviting me for pizza every other Friday?" You know what? Come on down. You know, my wife would love it. My wife would love it. But yeah, she literally. I think I eat like 3 or 4 of them. I'd become like, I don't eat a huge dinner all the time, but for some reason when we make those, I absolutely love them. I put like the kitchen sink on them. But the kids eat usually like 1 each or something because they're pretty big, but they are amazing. Oh gosh, I viewed this. Hey Tony, how are you? It's good to see you. I think he is. Yeah, I'm way behind Tony. Let's see here. Anyway, says stop tame that wild animal. Oh gosh. 21090 Brewing. Hey Todd, how are you? It's good to see you. Good to see you. Cheers, everybody. You know what? It's nice to see you. Yeah, it's good to see everybody. Oh, Kimber says I love pizza too. Oh my gosh, so do I. Our kids now, Kimber Kiss. We got our daughter not this Friday, but I think next Friday. She turned 16, and she's you know what, 16 going on like 24, 25 years old. You know, we know nothing at this point. And then we have an 11-year-old boy, but the 16-year-old, she's we're lucky if she wants to come downstairs or hang out with us on the weekend. Usually she wants her friends over, going to her friends, go shopping. Usually it's like, Dad, can I have like $80? And you know, at first, you know, the first year or two we were handing her the money. I said to my wife, I said, we don't have $60-$80 every weekend to give her. Just hand out. And then come January, my wife finally said, the bank is closed. She needs to get a part-time job. Doesn't matter if it's like 1 day a week, just for some kind of responsibility. And now she's realizing, you know, I can go out and hang out with my friends, but I can't go buy these these shirts, these pants, whatever she wants and stuff like that. She can't go out and party every weekend like she thinks she can. So now she's looking for a job, and you know, we're hoping she gets something at McDonald's, whatever it is. Just even 1 or 2 shifts a week. It doesn't matter. We said 1 is fine. We don't care. 1 is fine. But at least she'd have some kind of responsibility. Let's see. I'm way behind everybody. I'm way behind. Fitz a Big says, I was wondering why I hadn't seen your vid pop up. Viewed this. Oh, okay. Sorry, everybody. I was reading something in the chat. Sorry about that. Let me just... yeah, I'm in the chat, but chat's... usually I was putting it on the screen, but with OBS, since I updated OBS, now literally I can't just log in OBS and the chat's there. You have to actually uninstall it, reinstall the chat every time. It's not saving the settings with the new OBS for me for some reason. Xander Round, hey all, new here. It's great to see you. Welcome. Everybody say hi to Xander Round. It's nice to have you here. Thanks again for coming. I appreciate it. I really do. Jendalee Lane, hi, how are you? Welcome. And everybody say hi to Jendalee Lane. I hope I'm pronouncing the name correct. If I'm not, I apologize. And you know what? If I haven't checked out your channel, I will later this evening for sure. Usually after I get everything settled, after dinner and everybody settled in the house, I run through what I do is I run through the live stream, because I find the description, because you don't know what the live's about till it's finished. So usually a couple hours after I picked everybody up and everybody's in, then I go through and I check things out. And if there's new people in, I check them out at that point. But I will check the channels out, I promise. It just might be a couple hours, that's all. But it's nice to have you here. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate it. Fitz says, I got to get back to work. Y'all have a great day. You too, Fitz. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Hey, John, how are you? Hey, Pack Meal. Good morning, Jeff. Yeah, that's right. You're probably about, 20 after 11 in the morning. That's right, John. It's about 2:19, just about 20 after 2 in the afternoon. But it's good to see you, buddy. It's good to see you. We're starting to get... I'm not going to talk about it all the time, but we're starting to get... we're almost done season 3 now. 2 more episodes tonight. We'll be into season 4. But I see Theon Greyjoy got what he deserved finally at the end of season 3. But that's pretty much where we're at. It's good to see you, John. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Sunshine, love your banner. Do you mean right now on the screen or on the YouTube banner? But thanks a lot, Sunshine. I do appreciate it. Backwoods Law. Hey, dude, the day finally caught you live. Thanks a lot, Backwoods Live. I can't even say your name correct, can I? Backwoods Law. It's great to have you here. Thanks very much for coming. I appreciate it. But no, I appreciate anybody that comes. But hey, you know what? Let's put it this way. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time, my time. So I'll always let people know, you know what? If you come, that's awesome. But never think, you know what? This is a good time for some people. But others, you know, are either at work or at school or whatever, have things going on at this time. So I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Love having you here, but I just want everybody to know, never think anything other than, you know what, I love having you here, but please never think anything more than that. But Backwoods Law, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Poshcats camping. Hey, Jeff. Screen looks good. Trev. It's great to see you, Trev. Thanks. Yeah, I switched it up today. Yesterday we had like a log cabin view, and that all it is just OBS, just an image. And the funny thing is, this image and one of the other images I have, I couldn't fit them to the screen. I could only fit them about, they wouldn't, couldn't transpose them correctly to the screen. So when I saw this, I thought, well, you know, I could put the webcam below and the logo and the subscribe button, and then this scrolling text and that at the top. So that's all it is, nothing more than that. Drew surgeries, I think, is the sheep wandering in the background. Well, I hope not. Yeah, they could be, Drew. I don't actually know. I haven't looked at it long enough. Let's see. You want to see a couple more? Here's, this is today. I'll keep it on this, but I'll show the other ones I'll use this week. This one I used yesterday. This was the log cabin I used yesterday. It's kind of cool looking, hey? I really like it. My wife says I could almost see outside those windows. That's the cabin view. This is the mountain cabin view that we're using today. And I've got 2 more for the rest of the week. Got a river scene. Kind of like that one. It kind of makes me feel like a river runs through it or something. And then if you want to go to Europe, we've got Venice. Anyways, those are just some fun images to look at. That's all. Anyways, I'll go back to the mountain. But yeah, I do like OBS because you can pretty much put in image or video. Now, if your computer's a little more up to par than mine is, if you probably have a little bit more power with your computer, you could actually run video in the background. It wouldn't have to just be like an image like this, a photo. It could be like a moving image, which is, to me, would be fantastic. I would love that. I'd like a moving surf or something. I'd get a green screen, then I'd be swimming in the ocean or something. But I think my computer would lock up if I tried to run the video at the same time. So that's just why the image is. Let's see here. I'm a little behind. Sorry, everybody. San Diego Barbie. Hi everybody. I'm at work. Oh, no worries, San Diego Barbie. Thanks very much for dropping in. Much appreciated. And they're on the call. Hey, what's up, everybody? Nice to have everybody here. I appreciate it. You know what? I've had this coffee here for about 25 minutes and I haven't even taken a sip yet. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry about that, everybody. I was messing around. I had Filmora. I was talking about it at the beginning. I was editing a video. Did the whole goofy thing. You know, I was all happy I was going to export it. Then I realized when it went to export, it says, you're not logged in. It's going to leave a watermark. I said, what? The only thing is, when we bought the Filmora, my wife set it up with her email and password. Of course, I don't know that. So I'm sitting around for about 35-40 minutes right before this, trying to log in. I thought, I'll get this thing exported quick, and then I can just upload it to YouTube after. Anyways, I'm trying. I tried every password, and I hit the 5th time, and then it says no more. It says, now you got to change it. I'm like, I can't change this. I'm calling my wife, texting her. I'm like, hey, what's the password? And of course, she messages me about like 6 minutes before I go live. So then finally got logged in, but I'll get this all finished after. Xander Ron says, have a great night. I'll make sure I catch one again. Editing to do. Oh, no worries. Xander Round, thanks again for coming, okay? Much appreciated. I really do appreciate it. Have a great one. And sorry if it took me a little bit to get down in the chat. Sometimes I'm a yap on, as you can hear, and it takes me a little bit to get through the chat. So thanks for coming. I do appreciate it. Have to go. Big soccer game in the UK tonight on TV. Cheers. See you soon. Yeah, piano in 60 seconds. Thanks a lot, buddy. And enjoy the soccer. Enjoy the football. Have a good one, buddy. Thanks again for coming. I appreciate it. Bonamore, Sebastian, good day, Jeff. Hi, chat, and hello, lurking Jojo. Is Joe here? I don't know if she is, Sebastian. She may be, and if she's in chat and I missed her, hi, Joe. I know she was either going for lunch or going for break or something when I talked to her about half an hour ago, so she might be here. I'm not really sure. Oh, Sirius Studios, they're a beautiful Jeff inspiration for my upcoming paintings. Oh gosh, Sirius Studio, the images are nice, aren't they? They're just a program, a self-program that I find like thumbnails and stuff on. And you know what? I just make sure that there's no copyrights on anything, so I can put them in thumbnails and put them in the video or on the lives and stuff. As long as that's all good to go, then I use that. But I like the images. I use a lot of like outdoor and adventure images and stuff. I'm a big outdoor person and stuff. I love, if I could be outside. It will come the spring, next couple of weeks I probably won't be in as much, so you probably won't see me in the afternoon. I'll do like at night and stuff like that, but I probably won't be because I'll be out doing things in the afternoon and stuff. But Mickey, hey Mickey, it's good to see you. Good afternoon, it's great to see you. And I see you will be going live tonight, Mickey. Thanks for coming, I appreciate it. Just kind of fun, nice outdoor looking image today. I think you saw me yesterday anyways, but just thought we'd take the cabin outdoors today at Jollity Antiques and Vintage Resale. Good morning. Morning, how are you? It's good to see you. Thank you very much for coming. Really appreciate it. Welcome to our nice adventure outside. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. More Sebastian says, we don't know, Jeff. That's the mystery. No, you're right, Sebastian, you're right. Oh, Mickey Mouse is in the house. Oh gosh, Drew, when Mickey wears those ears, that's amazing. That is amazing. Mickey, everybody, you know, Drew, George's birthday was last night. You know what, Maria was so excited for him. She was so excited. I think, yeah, it was last night, right? On live, and that he was excited too. Maria and George. Maria's birthday was what, Sunday night, and George's was yesterday. And they look, you know, the two of them just look like kids in that. They look like they're having a blast, just having a blast. And Maria and George that I'm talking about, the couple, married couple, they have a channel called Dromar Family. Wonderful couple in that. If you get a chance, check out Dromar Family. Nice couple in that. Very friendly people. There's food. I'm ready to go home. Well, Mickey, I don't know what the weather's down in Texas for you, but if it's beautiful, you know, anything, if you see the sunshine out, the last thing you want to be is at work. The very last thing. Posh Cat's camping. Trev says, having Cornish pastry for dinner, Jeff, one of my favorites. Oh, no. Oh my gosh, that sounds so good, Trev. Now, my wife doesn't make them, but we have a bakery that makes pastries like that. And about once every 2 or 3 months, my wife will pick them up. She likes to get the fresh bread and stuff, Trev. When she picks it up, she'll get some cheese and different deli meats, and she usually gets some of the pastries. We'll usually get some of those, literally, her and I, and then the kids, you know, they have to have their whatever, but Joe and I will eat that too. Oh my gosh, Trev, sounds good tonight. Tonight we're having cooked ham. I'm making the crock pot cooked ham and stuff like that, smoked ham or whatever it is, like a glazed ham. I put like brown sugar and stuff on it. It's delicious. Make some scallop. I don't know if you know what scallop potatoes are. I love scallop. Some of the family doesn't, but my wife and I love scallop potatoes. I view this so nice. Been stuck in Boston at the New England Food Show for 3 days today. Today I timed my day to finally get back to... Oh, jeez, Tony. Oh, jeez. How you doing anyways? It's nice to have you here. Oh my gosh, Mickey says, I love scallop. Do you, Mickey? So do I. I love them. Now, our kids, they couldn't... You know, it must be a kid thing or stuff. You know what's funny? I remember when I was a kid, there's certain things I didn't enjoy either. Now, you know, I love them. Like cabbage rolls. You couldn't have given me a cabbage roll as a kid. Because cabbage, oh, now I love cabbage rolls. I love stuffed peppers with all that, like the rice and the meat and stuff like that, everything in it, with the onions and stuff. Always, I love that kind of stuff, but when I was a kid, you couldn't have paid me enough money to eat that stuff. But yeah, scalloped potatoes, I absolutely love them. But my wife, luckily, likes them too. But the kids... Now, what's funny about that? My son he used to peel potatoes and make mashed potatoes. My mom showed him that about a year or two ago, because he likes to be in the kitchen. He likes to help out Grandma when he goes to see her. So anyways, he found this thing a couple of weeks ago. He was over and he's mashing potatoes. And then last week he's making mashed potatoes for my wife. And I thought, oh, that's good. He likes doing it. Good for him, and it's good for him to learn something. So anyways, she buys the little red potatoes and stuff. So instead of peeling them, he forgot to mash them. So he mashed the potatoes, but he left the skin on. Well, let me tell you, they were actually better that way than taking the skin off. Especially the tiny potatoes are delicious that way. But Ethan, oh my gosh, I said, Ethan, you created something. It was great. But yeah, no, I love that stuff. Viewed this, Tony says, my wife makes homemade scalloped potatoes. They're awesome. Oh gosh, Tony, I love them. Oh my gosh, I love them. I do like them. You know what I like? What's that soup? Gosh, there's a soup place here just around the corner that I find usually in the winter when it's really like freezing cold. I'll go pick it up. I can't think. It's. I wish my wife was here. She'd say what it is. It's got like the kitchen sink in it. It's the best soup. It's like a spicy soup. It's so good. It's not goulash. I can't think what it's called. It's. Anyways, it has meatballs in it, but whatever the soup is, I absolutely love it. Hey, Berto, how are you? Scarlet Berto, hi Jeff. Hey, Scarlet Berto, how you doing? Mickey. Oh my gosh, that's my favorite, Mickey. The only thing is, my wife has not figured out how to make that French onion soup. Oh my god, broccoli cheddar. Oh, do you like cheddar and potato and cheddar? And oh my gosh, Mickey, I love soup. Corned meat with rice. Oh my gosh, Mickey, you're making me hungry. But yeah, you know what? Jill likes all that kind of stuff too. She's big into making soups, especially in the winter. Especially here, you know, it gets cold and stuff like that. I love chili, all that kind of stuff. Oh, Sunshine says I love soups. Oh, yeah, so do I. I wish Fitz was here. I'm sure he would tell me exactly what that soup I'm talking about is. Kalo soup. Is Kalo soup, Mickey? That sounds good. That sounds actually really good. Drew's Food Reviews says, I made French onion soup the other day. Oh my gosh. Drew, it's so good. I think the problem with the French onion soup, I love it. Minestrone. Oh my gosh, Trev, that sounds good. French onion, the only thing, I think my wife could make the French onion. It's, you know, the bread or whatever it is in there. I think that's the hardest part, I find. There's probably a way to do it, but I don't know about everybody else if they like soup specific, but I absolutely love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. If I say it 3 times, guess who appears? No, I'm just kidding. Poshcat's minestrone. Oh my gosh, I love minestrone. I do like minestrone. I like a beef stew too, like a thick, hearty like beef stew. I don't know if anybody likes that. Tony viewed this says French onion is my favorite soup, followed by Italian wedding. Oh, I like the meatballs too, Tony. The Preacher and Gov Blue Whale. Hi, how are you? It's good to see you. Style with HR. Hi, how are you? It's nice to have you here. E-Waste Mike. Hey Mike, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. Let's see here. Michael. yeah, now Michael appears instead of Keg. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Anyways, it's been a good day, everybody. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. What is that? My son likes this one. It's like a Turkish soup. I can't think what it's called. Gosh. I'm not one to try a lot of different things, but my son really. The soup place that we go to, it's the kettle. What's it called? Something kettle. Like I can't think of. And they have like about 20 or 30 different soups, and each week they switch them up. They have your regular ones that they keep going all the time that are pretty basic, but they're the popular ones. They keep those going. Like they have like 7 or 8 of those, and they're there all the time. Then every week they have African rice one. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And then they have this. I wish Joe was here. I wish she was in the chat. She'd spiel them all off because I'm having. I can't think what each one's called. You know what I need? I need like a list. You remember the old list? Everybody used to keep a list for everything when I first started this. And the list, what I used to do is, because I didn't know what I was going to talk about, so I'd get on and I'd have like 8 things. I'd usually put someone's channel up or something. I'd write somebody like Jim Smith or John Smith, whatever. I don't know a John Smith, but literally I'd put their channel name on here and then sit and talk about it and stuff. but I haven't done a list in a long time. Marie from the Purchase used to get a good laugh from that all the time. Anyways, Mike, Jeff, try rice crackers and seaweed. Is it good, Mike? It probably is. I just I wonder what that would be like with a seaweed. You're not kidding, right, Michael? You're not kidding. Mickey's chuckling. Viewed this. You know what soup I don't like? Oh man, either do I, Tony. Either do I. Oh my gosh, Tony, that. Oh jeez, Tony, you just made me. You know what soup I don't like? Peanut butter and mayonnaise. Either do I, Tony. Either do I. You know the best thing about that is, I was driving yesterday. I was going to get gas. I was sitting at the lights, and I thought, oh man, I should have some peanut butter and toast tonight. Before I used to go to bed, I'd always eat peanut butter and jam on toast every night. Either that or a bowl of cereal. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it was my routine. I did it for years. Anyways, I haven't done that in years. I was thinking, I should have some peanut butter and toast tonight. Then I got thinking, no, I don't know if I can ever eat peanut butter again, but I know what I can eat is mayonnaise. I used to eat mayonnaise on like ham sandwiches or on stuff like that, but I don't know if I can eat mayonnaise ever again. But you know what I was hearing? I was getting a coffee the other day, and I heard this thing, Heinz, here in Canada. I don't know if in the States that they do it, but Heinz is coming up. They're trying to get all these different flavors and stuff like that. Maybe they have in the States and Europe, all over Asia. Maybe they already have this, but here what they're wanting to do is they're making ketchup and mustard mixtures, other mustard and some other flavors. They're mixing mustard with almost everything now and putting them out. I thought, yikes, but it's kind of a new thing. At least Heinz is bringing out some kind of line here that I've just heard about for the first time. I don't know if I could eat that, but anyways. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, Posh Cat's Camping. Trev saying Turkish soup chorba. Could be, Trev. It could be. I don't know. Does that have rice in it? I know the one my son gets has rice and some kind of beans in it, and it's absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. The one I have, it's not a tomato soup. It has little tiny meatballs in it. It's not a tomato soup. I forget. It's a spicy soup. Jambalaya. That's it. Sorry, everybody. Jambalaya. That's my absolute favorite. Jambalaya. It has little tiny meatballs. It's spicy. It's literally. It's not goulash, but it has the kitchen sink in it. I love me jambalaya. If you could just feed me, I don't think I could now because last time I had it, I was I think I'm done with it for a bit. But jambalaya is one of my favorite soups. I'm big into Cajun stuff and stuff. First time I had Cajun was about 7 or 8 years ago. We went down to Memphis, and we went to, I don't know if everybody had heard of B.B. King. He was a famous blues guitarist. Anyways, they have them all over the States and stuff. But they have restaurant chains. B.B. King's restaurant, B.B. King's Blues restaurant stuff. They have music and different foods and stuff. Anyways, we went there, and the fella, he told us to try. I love catfish. Anyways, we had a catfish dinner. We had jambalaya and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, that Cajun food, I absolutely love it. I would love. I said to my wife to go down to New Orleans. Never been there, but the closest we had for the Cajun style was down in Memphis, and oh my gosh, it was delicious. Mickey sent me some. Mike says it's not bad. Comac Strickland, bonjour. Come on, ça va? Anyways, that's enough for me, right? No more French for me. View this morning, Trev. Oh my gosh, pickle. Oh, anything with pickle does me and Drew. Drew's food reviews. I made pickle soup, and I'm sure that would be Jeff's favorite. No. Nothing with pickle, Drew. Everybody know Marty from Down the Rabbit Hole Travel. 4 or 5 months ago, she did some challenge. I think it was some challenge for some kind of something going on in that someone she knew. Anyways, the challenge was pickle juice challenge. Even thinking about it just makes me churn. Anyways, she had to take a sip of pickle juice. Anyway, she had 3 or 4. I think she had 5 shots of the stuff. It was this big. The first shot she took, I thought she was going to gag. Then she had a second one. She says, it's not so bad. By the end, I think she took 5 shots. I could smell it. I could taste it. And there was nowhere near pickle juice. But I don't eat pickles for life me. Our kids love them. Even if they open them. I could be upstairs downstairs doing anything. If somebody opens pickles, the minute that pickle or whatever, like not garlic, but whatever it is from the pickles is in the air, I can smell it, and I'm gagging. So yeah, no pickle soup for me, Drew. No pickle soup for me. No, I know I'm a little behind everybody. I know I'm a little behind. Trev, weather better. Drew's food. I have mayo ketchup. I've tried it. It's good, mayo and ketchup together. Oh gosh. I hope I'm not that far behind. I think I'm Sunshine. Oh, I make jambalaya from Louisiana. Oh, Sunshine. Oh my gosh, if you could send me some. Oh, it sounds delicious. Sounds delicious. Nomadic Bike. How you doing, Bill? It's good to see you. Welcome. Nice to have you here, Bill. Nice to have you here. Hit that like button. Thanks, Mickey. Thanks very much. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. Let me just. Okay, good. I just want to change something up. I thought it was already changed, but it wasn't. So I need to change something. Everybody, that's all. Jambalaya is by the Carpenters, isn't it? Oh, geez, can't wait to. Oh gosh. Let's see. I'm sorry, I'm so far behind. She sent me squid too. Gonna try that. Oh gosh, do you like squid? I like squid. I like the chewy. Oh my gosh, like the rubbery, chewy. Oh my gosh, squid is delicious. I love that. I like that. I like it. Oh gosh. View this. Tony says went to Memphis on an all expense paid trip from Red Bull. Wow, amazing city. Went to. Yes, BB King's on Beale Street. I'm walking to Memphis. Oh my gosh, Tony. You know what's amazing? They have the. You know where BB King's is, just pretty much as you're entering Beale Street, and then down the way, if you go down the way, is the FedEx Center or whatever. It's where the Grizzlies, Memphis Grizzlies, play down that side street, and then just the other side of where the FedEx, I think it's FedEx Center or something. I could be wrong. It's wherever the Memphis Grizzlies, the basketball play. Right across the street, Gibson Guitar had they have like a they designed some the guitars there. I think at the time, I forget who was there. I didn't get there till I think they closed at 6 o'clock or something. I got there around 5:30, so we missed it. I totally missed it, and we didn't have the extra day to go. But I always thought if I ever go back, I'm totally going to Gibson's. That's where they design some of the guitars and stuff like that. I'd love to go to Gibson. I like Fender, but Gibson, if I could afford either one, that's what I would have, is a Gibson. Sunshine. I know. I love jambalaya. I love it, Sunshine. Oh, the squid jerky. Oh gosh. Let's see, everybody. Where am I in the chat? Let me see. Okay, there we are. Good. Everything's changed now. I want to make sure everything's changed. Let's see here. There we are. Okay, sorry, everybody. I'm so far behind, and I'm trying to get through some of the chat. And I was reading, but unfortunately, it's just people talking back and forth, so I didn't think I should read the conversations. Flying Monkey, hey, how are you? It's good to see you. Thanks very much for coming. Let's see. A few doors from Beale is a bar with a goat out back. Everybody has feeding the goat beers. Really? Like I said, we were there years ago. We went to Beale, Beale, and then I wanted to go see BB King's. I just wanted to so bad. We were in Memphis a couple nights before, and there's a BB King's there, but we're too busy. The wife likes country music, so we were busy there, so I didn't get in there. So I wanted to make sure when I went to Beale Street, I went there. But there's a place just down the street on, just not on Beale, but just off Beale, like not parallel, but perpendicular, I guess, to Beale. What was it? It's like an old shack, but it's a chicken. I don't want to call it chicken shack, but it's like an old style. They make fried chicken and that. Oh my gosh, the best. Next to Southern. Where was it? Was it North or South Carolina? Or was it Tennessee? One of the places down south that had fried chicken was the best fried chicken I've ever had. But you know, the best fried chicken since then was down in Memphis and stuff. I'm sure there's fried chicken everywhere. I'm probably just missing out. In Canada, we don't get the fried chicken like you might down in the southern states. But oh my gosh, do I love fried chicken? Yeah, I love fried chicken. Let's see. View this as I asked the guy working if they allowed it. He said when he gets drunk, he will stop drinking. Oh gosh, that's funny. Flying Monkey, you're welcome, my friend. Are you having a good day? Oh, Flying Monkey, having a brilliant day, my friend. Having a brilliant day. Couldn't be better. You know, the sun's out here. You know, it's a good day. Mindad, hey buddy, how are you? That man works it. How you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. Nice to see you. Thanks very much. Mickey says the mayor of Mickeyville. Oh yes, Mickey. You're what is it? What's Joe again? She's the I can't remember what you call Joe, but I viewed this. Tony says if anyone goes to Memphis, you need to go to Paula and Rayford's Disco. Amazing place. Is it? Is it on BL2, Tony? I don't know. I do not know, but that sounds interesting. Mindad says he's on lunch right now. Mindad saying he's trying to determine what video to do tonight. Yes. The Michigan Dad, yes. The Mindad, you got that right, Tony. You got that right. Sun's out, guns out, yes. Well, you don't want to see these guns. They're all floppy now. I need to get better shape right now. Flying Monkey says, I've been recovering from a hangover all day because it was my birthday. Yes. Was it? Well, you know what? Happy birthday from yesterday, Flying Monkey. Hope you had a good day. But I do understand. I remember those days. Yes, JoJo's the city manager, Mickey. JoJo's the city manager. You know what? She doesn't get in as much during the week in the afternoon. She's busy at week. And the insurance company she works for, previously everything was good. But now, needless to say, not to stir the pot, anything at her work, she does not come in unless she's on her break or lunch. She does not want to stir the pot at work. She works with she works in a very small office. There's 3 of them, and then the bosses and stuff like that. There's like actually more people than there are the girls working in the department, and between them, it used to be all. But some days are good, some days are bad. So let's put it this way: it's best to not stir the pot there, so she doesn't come in during the week and that. Are you streaming with a GoPro? No, not today, Mindad. You know, we still have to get one of those backup batteries or battery things for the life of the battery. Literally, I just charged the thing up to 100%, and you know, once you use it, it drops, it drains it so quick. I find we still need to go to Amazon and order it. We haven't done that yet, but no, I haven't been streaming. I've only streamed from it, I think, once or twice. I'm using it for the videos and stuff like that. When we make stuff, I just did one actually at lunch. I made a video, and I was going to export it, and you know, edit it, did all that kind of stuff, and then went to export it about 40 minutes before I went live. Realized I wasn't logged in, and I didn't know the password. It was my wife's password, so I kind of messed around. I had to call her. Once I finally got in, it was about 6-7 minutes before I went live. So I'm gonna get everything done, and then by tonight probably get the video up. But no, I'm not streaming on the GoPro. I would love to. I'd rather stream on it than I mean, the webcam's okay, but I like the image from the GoPro much better than that. I really do. But unfortunately, the battery, that's the kicker. And it only, I think it only gives you what, 45 minutes or an hour or something. Now to make a video, it's a totally different thing. You can stop, start, but this constant running for the hour or more. And that's the thing. Sometimes I go an hour, sometimes I go an hour and 15, an hour and 20 minutes. And I don't think it can handle that, or not handle it, but I don't know if it allows you to do it. View this, Tony says, no, it's a few blocks. Amazing story behind the place too. I'll have to. I'm gonna, like I said, Tony. I run through the. I kind of clip through the videos a couple hours later to get a description. I don't usually get like the hashtags and the descriptions done for a few hours on each of the lives. I don't have time right after this, and I don't know what the live's ever about until it's done. So I usually just wait after dinner. Spend about 20 minutes or 30 minutes and run through the video, see what it's about, and put all that stuff up, all the good stuff, or well, whatever. But anyways, and see if there's new people on the chat too. But I will check it. I'll check the name of that bar out restaurant and that later. Mindad, maybe rebranding to Outdoors Mindad or something similar. Ooh, I kind of like that. I do like that. Mindad, that's. I mean, I don't want to sway one way or the other, but I do like that. I like the. I mean, I love the Mindad, but the Outdoors Mindad that's a good one too, because I know you are you love the outdoors. Well, I mean, look at the beautiful area you live in and that, but that's actually a good choice, really good choice. Sunshine says, "Happy birthday, Flying Monkey." Exactly, Flying Monkey, congratulations and happy birthday. I hope you must have had a good time. You must have. Tony says, "You this when they opened the city, told her she needed to put a black strip above the door. Black owned business had to. This was in the 60s. Oh gosh. You know what, Tony? I'm gonna take a look at this definitely because I don't know the place. Like I said, we were only there a few days. We were there 3 or 4 days in Memphis, and the couple days we made a 5 or 6 day trip down to Tennessee, and then a couple days in. I think it was 1 day. No, I'm sorry. It was a day and a half in Nashville. Another day, pretty much driving, and then back and forth and stuff. And then 3 days, I think, in 3 or 4 days in Memphis. So we didn't get to see everything we would love to see. I would have loved to gone to some of the distilleries in Tennessee. I mean, my brother went to some in, I guess, Kentucky. They were down in Louisville, I guess it was. And they do a lot of traveling for the business, my brother and his wife. And my brother lives down in Illinois, and they do a lot of traveling all over the place. But they're down in Kentucky quite often with the business, and in New York and that. But anyways, he went to one of the distilleries down there, and he just said he had the best time ever. But I mean, here, they have craft beers and stuff. And I think years ago on Detroit Windsor and stuff on the river there, Hiram Walker used to have a distillery down there right on the river years and years ago, and I think it's Windsor, either Windsor or Detroit, I can't remember, but I don't think it exists anymore. I think now they just have like a museum for Hiram Walker. But I would love to go see some of these distilleries. I think they'd be amazing. She refused and said her place was about peace and love. The other businesses in Memphis backed her and all with their black and white stripes, and that was what ended the separation. Oh gosh, Tony. I'm definitely going to look it up, but maybe I would like to see, and I'd like to see if there's something like pictures or stuff online, because I don't know other than what you just told me in that, Tony, so I definitely will look it up. Sorry, everybody, I'm so far behind. I really am behind. Oh, and they changed the city after they abolished it. I went to dinner with Paula and Rayford. Amazing people full of love. Wish everybody was. Isn't that the truth, Tony? Is not the truth? Unfortunately, it would be wonderful. And you think over time things would change, but some things do for the better, and some things are just the same old. I don't want to say garbage, but you know what I'm saying. But I don't want to belittle or put anything down for anybody in that. But yeah, sometimes you wish that all that. I guess hate and that didn't exist for a certain, not for a certain person, for anybody, because nobody, I mean, I'm no person to talk about this, but nobody, not a single person on earth that deserves anything like that. Sunshine, have a great day. I have to cook now. Take care, Sunshine. Thanks very much for coming. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Series Studios, I gotta go. Have a wonderful rest of the day, Jeff and everybody. You too, Series Studios. I'm sorry that I've taken so long. Sometimes it takes me a bit, so thanks, Series Studios, for coming. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Yeah, yeah, it's only 720, but it looks pretty good. Yes. Now, Mindad, I still with the GoPro, I only use up to 1080 with mine, just because it gives you capability for the 2.7K and the 4K. And I would love to go 4K. Like I can film it in 4K, and it looks awesome on the GoPro watching it back. Not this. This is the camera. Sorry. No, this is the phone. But the camera looks great. But then if I try to transpose it, like plug it into the computer and watch it back, I don't know if there's a program or something. There's something missing. Maybe the computer. I talked to some fellas, said that I need to download some program, but anyways, it doesn't allow me to. I can put the clips on the computer, but they don't work on the computer and that. So I've just been using 1080, but I mean it's fine for me anyways. But Gary Scannell, hey Jeff, how's the day going? Just coffee today, no shine today, Gary, no shine. Dangerous Criminals, yo, hey, thought I'd drop by. Thanks, Dangerous Criminals, great to see you. Thank you very much for coming. View this. Tony says, if you watch the Fish Sandwich Show, he ends all of his videos with, if no one has told you today I love you, I think that's a great closing to his video, isn't it? You know what? Because you know what? It doesn't just have to be adults or kids. There's so many people that you know what, would love to probably hear that. I know it's just something to say, but how many people, you know, take that for granted? You're right, Tony. That is actually a great. I don't want to say slogan, but truthfully, it is. It's great. You know, positivity. That's you know, I might be a sap in that. I realize that sometimes my kids think I am and stuff like that. But you know what? There's too much negativity in the world. It's best to be you know, try to be as positive as possible. Because you know what? Not everything in everybody's day life. I mean, you know, I went years ago through a tiny period of my life where it wasn't all whatever and roses and stuff. But I mean, everybody goes through it, but hopefully things get better for people. I mean, you can just hope that for everybody, and because nobody deserves not to live a good life and stuff. Gary Scandal says, "Man, Jeff, no shine. Come on, I love it." You know what? Now, where was I? I think I talked about that once. The only time I've ever had moonshine, Gary, was in Missouri. They don't sell it here. I don't. Well, they might. I'd have to look it up. I'd be lying if I said they do or they didn't. But I don't think they sell it here in Canada. Now, if there's any Canadians in here, maybe you can tell me wrong or something like that. But I don't think they have moonshine here. But I could be wrong. But I know if they did, it wouldn't be anything like it is down there. We went into a place in Missouri. I forget where it was. It was down on the river where we went to some shops. The kids and the wife and that wanted to go shopping or something. So we were like a couple hours one afternoon going in. And while we were there, I saw this restaurant, pub, bar, or whatever it was. And it was a moonshine bar. And I thought, you know, when am I ever going to get a chance to see something like this again? I mean, here they just don't have it. So that's the gist of it. And we don't have the choices you do there, like, at all. Like, we get your, you know, we do get more than your basic ones, but we don't have the choices that are offered there. So anyways, went in. I thought I'll try this. I thought maybe I'll buy a little bottle. Anyways, the woman working there, she says, "You want to try it?" I said, "Try it? What do you mean try it?" She says, "Yeah, try it." And she had this stuff lined up. And she says, "Oh, you can try this one, and this one." I said, "Oh, I'll just try." She says, "Oh, no. You don't have to just try one. You could try them all." There was 10 of them. I said, "What do you mean I could try 10 of them?" She says, "Yeah." I said, "Well, how much is that going to cost me?" I thought, you know, maybe $20, $30. She says, "Oh, no, it's free." I said, "What?" I said, "Where can you go and get, like, free samples of moonshine?" Anyways, she gave me their little cups like this. I think I had 10 of them. By the time I was done, I mean, let's put it this way, you know, whiskey and all that kind of stuff, I like that. But the moonshine, a lot different. Anyways, I was feeling pretty good by the end of it. But moonshine, I have to find moonshine in the you have to find moonshine in the hills. Gosh, Bill, I love it. Yeah, literally, yep. Oh my gosh, yeah. No, I imagine this is quite refined stuff that they're selling in the bar or whatever. But oh man, literally what I thought of it, it wasn't as bad as I thought. I thought it was going to peel like my insides out, but it's quite good. I don't know if I could drink it all the time, but it was actually quite nice. They had some really strong ones, some light ones you wouldn't even know. But then they had some that were like paint thinners or something like that. But yeah, I think I ended up buying a bottle or something. And the thing is, the booze is cheap. I think it was like for a little jug or something. I think I paid like $16 for a jug, and I was like, where am I going to get anything like this? Something like that would have cost me $40 here for sure. I mean, but we wouldn't have got that anyways. I think a bottle here, like a 40 ouncer, is like $50 or $60. But liquor is a lot cheaper. We went to this party place. My brother lives. Oh, you're down in Illinois, Bill. My brother lives just outside of Bloomington, and we went into like some party store there. I can't tell you what the name of it. My brother could spiel the name off, but I couldn't tell you. But anyways, we went to this party store, and I wanted to get some whiskey. And I thought I picked the bottle up thinking it was Jack Daniels. I thought, oh, wow, look at this, $11.95 or $11.99. I thought, wow, this is awesome. Anyways, I found out it looked exactly like Jack Daniels. It was black and white writing like that. But I think it was called Evan Williams. I never heard of it. But it's popular. Now that I've been back here, I've actually seen it in the liquor store. They call them liquor stores here. But it's the same price as anything else here. But there, it was like $12 for this bottle. I would have paid $60 for this back here. And I couldn't believe. My brother says, you know, it tastes a little bit different, which it does. But, you know what? pretty good as far as I'm concerned if you like whiskey, and it's pretty much the same, but heck of a lot cheaper. Let's see. View this. Tony says, need to get going. Jeff, have a great day. To all my YouTube family would be well and good. You too, Tony. Thanks again for coming. Nomadic Bikes says, if moonshine is good, it goes down like water, but really warms your stomach. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I don't drink a lot, Bill, but my wife doesn't touch it, so that's the main reason I don't drink very often. But I do on the weekend. I have odd beer and stuff on the weekend and stuff like that. But she doesn't. She doesn't like me drinking hard liquor at all. But that's another story. But anyways, yeah, I don't drink a lot of that stuff, but I do like it. I'm not gonna lie, I do like it. Nomadic Bike says, yeah, Evan Williams and Heaven Hill are fine. Is Heaven Hill like a whiskey too? Nomadic Bike. I like I said, I came across Evan Williams. It was just by chance. Literally, it was the price. I was like, oh my gosh, this amazing price. Because I swear, it would be almost 3 or 4 times the price here. But it's crazy in that it really is, and you don't get the proof here that you would there. Like beer, you do. Beer's a lot stronger. Beer here is crazy in that, but like liquor itself is not. Nothing like there at all. Absolutely nothing. Oh gosh. No, I appreciate everybody for coming today. Thanks again. I appreciate it. Let me see here. There we go. Give me 2 seconds. But yeah, Heaven Hill. I'm going to write that down. I'll have to take a look for it. They might sell that here. I don't know. But if it's a whiskey, I'd like to try it. Like I said, I don't drink a lot of like hard liquor, but I like whiskey more than anything. I like Crown Royal, but it's too darn expensive here. Crown Royal, it's good in that, but it's too. My gosh, it's way too expensive. It's like $65 for a little bottle of Crown Royal. I love the stuff, but it's way too expensive. Way too expensive, and I don't mind some rum and stuff. I don't, like I said, drink a lot of this stuff. I usually, if I was going to have some, have a beer or something, but I definitely don't. Just like straight alcohol is just way too expensive here. You can get beer. Well, I don't know. 2 for a beer here is about $42, but I know, and that's just for bottles. That's not for cans. Cans are even, I think cans here are more expensive. But yeah, to buy a case of beer here is, I mean, I know if you go over the States to Walmart or any of the party stores or like Myers or whatever, it's, you know, it's $16 or whatever, or cheaper, $20 or whatever for a case. But yeah, it's crazy here. I don't know why it's so darn expensive. Go Fish Office. Hello everybody, just stopping in to say hi. Hello Go Fish Office, thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Gearscana says you gotta try some Seiko Boy. That'll put lead in your pencil. I don't know what that is. Seiko Boy. Is that like a liquor, Gary, or is that like is that paint thinner? What is that? 7's enough. Hey Don, how are you? It's nice to see you. It's great to see you. Thanks very much for coming. You know what? Your Wednesday's wisdom was great, Don. It was great video on that this morning. Hope you're doing well. I was talking about Missouri, where that was the very first place, Don, that I'd ever tried moonshine. We went to this place. It was like they had like not outlet stores, but they had it was somewhere about 10-15 minutes like on the outskirts of Branson. We went there and it's like kind of like down the older, like downtown, I guess, not the downtown where all the everything's going on, but the other side of like the highway. I'm not sure. I'm not trying to make things up. I just don't know what everything's called there, Don. But we went down, and there was a lot of like ritzy stores and stuff like that. They had. Anyways, we went into this place, and it was like it was a moonshine restaurant bar. And they were giving free samples. And anyways, I was saying what a good time I had. But I'd never tried moonshine until I went there. But they had everything. It was right on like the waterfront and stuff. I'm sorry I can't think what it was called. But absolutely beautiful. We had a great time there. Ira Z in Hawaii. How are you? It's good to see you. Thank you very much. Oh, Gary quit drinking in 1997. Well, you know what? That's a smart thing, Gary. I don't a lot. I'm not going to lie. I do on a Friday, Saturday evening. My wife doesn't like it, and then like in any way, like if she has a glass of wine once a year, that's about it. So I try not to. But yeah, no, I definitely try not to, but I'm not going to lie, I do on Friday, Saturday evenings. Scrapping Irish, hey, how are you, Scrapping Irish? It's good to see you. Seven's enough. Hi, Jeff. Missouri definitely has moonshine. Yes. Oh my gosh. Like I said, Don, I was telling everybody I never had it. I don't even know if they have it here. But oh, Gary says no. It's Japanese sake. Okay, seven's enough. Hollister. Maybe that's it, Don. Like I said, I don't know exactly what it was called, but you know, there's like an older area when you cross the highway, and there was some tiny little shops. But then if you drive down the hill a little bit, they had all these like newer, maybe that's what it's called. I know Hollister's a shop, but they had all these like fancy, not outlet stores, but fancy they had like a cobblestone walkway or something, and you walk down there, and they had all these stores, and then they had like a river down below, and I think they were doing fireworks and stuff like that. It was amazing. We had a great time. Sake, like sake, Japanese whiskey, yes. Dangerous Criminals, okay, I'm back. Had to edit something on my channel. Okay, well, that's awesome. Nice, yes. Pneumatic Bike says maybe closer to moonshine. Aloha, everyone. Aloha, iRayZ. It's great to see you. I hope the weather is great for you. Imagine it must be beautiful. Let's see here. And there we are. Okay, caught up. Oh, gosh. Yes, Don, we were talking about... I think we were talking about food earlier. We were talking a little this, a little that, and I was talking about when we went to Memphis. We went to Beale Street in Memphis, and we went down to BB King's, and then I love catfish. I absolutely love catfish. We had catfish there, and then trying I can't even remember what we were talking about, but and then we were talking about jambalaya, the soups and stuff. I got talking about food, and you know me. I just get talking about anything, and I can make a whole show about nothing, pretty much. Let's see here. Oh, Seven's Enough. Hollister is also a town left alone. Okay. I forgot it was also a store. Yes, Old Town, Branson, Hollister area. I know where you mean. Okay, that's probably exactly where it is then, Don. And I'm sorry. I was thinking like Hollister, the store. I know my daughter shops at Hollister, I think. Yeah, they have Hollister here, I think. It's one of the stores, either Hollister or Abercrombie and Fitch or Finch or whatever it's called. One of those don't exist here in Canada, and the other does. One of them you have to get shipped in, all the online shipping, and the other one they do have. I think Hollister they have here, and it's Abercrombie and Fitch they don't. One of them, if that even exists anymore. But there's one that exists here and one that doesn't. But yeah, that like the downtown we went to, we had a blast. But I loved everything. I like the Dixie Stampede. I love that because I've been down to South Carolina to that years ago. But I absolutely love the Sight and Sound. You know what? I've told just about anybody I've ever told that we went there that the Sight and Sound, they only, not that we're aware of, they only have 2 locations in all of United States, in Branson, and then they have one in some part of Pennsylvania, I think in I don't know if it's like Amish country. I don't know exactly what it's called down there, but they have a Sight and Sound in Pennsylvania somewhere. But I think we went to see. Give me 2 seconds. We went to see. I thought I still had it, but it doesn't look like I do. Let me see. I don't know. Sorry, my wife puts everything, any place we've been or any place like the parents or stuff. We've got like every magnet or whatever you can think about on the fridge. And I was trying to think, we used to have Moses, something for Moses when we went to Sight and Sound to see the show. But anyways, we picked this up when we were there. Was it? It's one of these, you know, just a magnet for the fridge and stuff like that. But we had a blast there. We did have a blast. We had a good time. Let's see. Sorry, I'm. One thing I did want to do while we were there, Don, is the water boat cruise and stuff. It's the only thing that we didn't get. We didn't have enough time to go to. But I think if we ever went back, one of those water boat, like steamboat cruises or whatever they called it. I think you have it like a dinner show or something. They talked about it. It looked fun. It looked like a really good time and stuff. But the waterways down there looked absolutely amazing. They looked amazing. Let's see here. Go Fish. So what is this channel all about, and how often do you stream? So glad I stopped in. Oh, Go Fish Office. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I started my channel. The name, goofy name, Idiot of the Day. It's not to be making fun of anybody. Somebody had road rage on my wife about just under a year ago when we were traveling, and he came after my wife in the car. Literally got out of his car, ran up to the car, thought he was going to attack my wife, and she told me to call the police, and by the time I got on the phone to call them, he ran back to his vehicle, and he had his wife and 2 little kids in the car. My wife was shaking. She said, he's an idiot of the day. So that's where the name came from. It was catchy, so we kept it. That's the reason for the name. And then I thought I was going to make a channel about trying to find all the funny people out there that do goofy things and film them and stuff, but after about 2 videos I decided that's not for me, so I didn't go forward with that, and then I just started making videos. At first I was just talking for like 5-10 minutes on, that's what I was making videos about, and then after a while I started, my family and that, when we go out on the weekends, whatever we were doing on our family adventures, I guess, we started making videos. Like maybe we went to a park, we'd film that, we'd go to a show or something, we'd film that. Whatever we're doing, that's what we're filming, and that's kind of the way the channels went. And a lot of that kind of stuff, a lot of stuff outside. So if we're doing traveling, if we're doing outdoor stuff, a lot of those kind of videos. We're trying to get a little bit more video oriented into the channel now that spring's coming. And but Monday to Friday we always do I always do a live Monday to Friday. It's 2 p.m. Eastern for an hour or an hour and a half, whatever it is. But that's basically, and if you want to call it like a coffee talk or whatever you want to call it, just some good friends coming in, and as they come in, we announce everybody, talk about everybody as they're coming in, and just friends talking back and forth. You know, it might be somebody new comes in, and if I haven't seen the channel, we'll try to go over, check the channel out at some point, and then if the next time they come in, we'll maybe say, hey, this is what this channel is about. So it's just kind of conversation, and maybe what's new for everybody with their life or the channel or the friends or family, whatever it is. And regulars come in, we're talking back and forth. It could just be about anything. As you can see today, it's a lot of nothing, but a little bit of everything, that's all. But anyways, I hope you liked it, but we're glad to have you here. Thanks very much for coming. I really do appreciate it, and you're welcome here anytime. Let's see here. Seven's enough. Branson's really a fantastic place to go. They really do have so much to do for the families. They certainly do. And you know what? There's a lot of shows that we would have loved to see. If we had at least a week, Dawn, there was so much more that we would have loved to see. There was a few shows that from like some theater shows that we would have loved to see too. We just didn't have enough time. By the time we knew it was time to go home and stuff like that. But we had a blast, and you know what? I said to my wife, Joe said, you know, we'd like to go back sometime. And let's put it this way, driving through St. Louis, I would like to see St. Louis too, like at least stop for at least one day, like stay overnight, because it looked interesting. There looked like there was a lot to do. Unfortunately, I don't know a lot about it, but it looks like there's a lot to do there too. Branson Bell, I'd like to do that too. Is Branson Bell, is that the boat cruise, Dawn? Like I said, I'm not trying to be rude. I can't remember what everything was called, but it looked fun. Oh, be right back. Oh, no worries, Dangerous Criminals, no worries. There's Drew's food reviews. Jeff the Day is a cool guy. Oh, thanks, Drew. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm, you know, a lot of people have different, let's put it this way, everybody's channel lives is some about specific things. Some might be about fishing, about repair, might be about drones, be it whatever it is about, you know what, there's always something to find interesting about anybody's lives or channels and that. And a lot of times, you know, you meet great people, be it this channel or your channels, with your lives and stuff. You don't know who, and sometimes you're meeting the same people, which is great. Sometimes you're meeting new people, and you know what, checking each other's channels out. You never know, you know, you might have been like, I'd never seen this person before. Check them out. I didn't know I had this interest, because I'm going to tell you, for me, drones, I knew what a drone was, but that's where it ended. There's a lot of other things too, but it just comes to mind, and I always say that just because I didn't know as much about drones, and I still don't. I'm no expert. I know nothing about them. From Skypilot to all the other Flyer FPV fellas, I know nothing about them, but I do love them. Irene Z says, I thought he was a food review. He was outside a store for Wi-Fi. yeah, no. Irene Z, you know, when I was out of Wi-Fi for the week, I went to the coffee shops and I was streaming from the coffee shop. As John always said, my buddy John, I miss him terribly. You know, and I know he's been gone about almost a month and a half. I wish that. Anyways, I don't know what happened, but whatever it is, hope for the best for him. But you know what? I'm sure everybody knows him, but I do miss him, and I hope someday that we see him again. But I just wish the best for him, and that John from M's dad. Anyways, I won't go on about that, but I do miss him. That's all I got to say about that. Oh gosh. Oh yes, Seven Snuff. Yes, Branson Bell is a boat cruise show, and I agree. You can't do it all. That's for sure. We do different stuff each time we go. Yeah, that, you know, the same here. That's like going to Toronto or going someplace. It's like when we go over to Michigan and stuff like that. You always want to. I always see stuff. There's a place in Michigan, in Detroit, called Greektown. I loved Greektown, but you can go down and there's different places to eat, and the foods. I love all that kind of stuff. But it's true. You can't go. You know, when I see something, it's like going to Toronto or wherever you go. There's something you get to where you be or need to go, but you see stuff on the way and it's like, oh, I wish I could do that, but there's not enough time. There never is. There never is. Oh, Go Fish. Thanks for explaining. Sounds good. I'll try to come to your streams. Okay, sounds good. Go Fish on Office. I appreciate it. But you're welcome anytime. Seven's enough. Don, oh my gosh, yes, I want a drone now. Oh, so would I, but they're so darn expensive. I think, you know, they're fairly reasonable for the smaller ones, but some of these ones are thousands and thousands of dollars. It's crazy. I know Drone Journey used to come here, and that fella, I think he's living in Greece now, but some of his footage is, oh my gosh, it's so amazing. But he was telling me one time how many thousands of dollars he spent on these things, and it's crazy. There's another fella, NYZ Outdoors, Ed from NYZ Outdoors. He's an outdoor channel, but he does drones in his outdoor adventures, and my gosh, I remember one time he was on top of like a mountain where he was, and then the next thing, he went off into space, like, I don't know, it wasn't miles, but it looked like it was miles and miles, and then the thing took back a view of him. It was the most amazing footage I'd ever seen in my life. Oh, good afternoon, Judy. How you doing? It's great to see you. It's good to see you. Gear Scandal 7 riding down the Sulphur Creek in a tube is the best boat ride we have. Oh gosh, yes, Don. Gear Scandal, there's nothing wrong with that. I love tubing down the river. Oh my gosh, we have a place. I live in London, which is about an hour and a half, 2 hours from Toronto, and in between that, we have a place called Guelph, which is about an hour from here and about an hour from Toronto, or an hour and a half, I guess. And they have a place called the Elora Gorge. Same thing. You can go tubing there, and it's like whitewater rafting, almost down the tubes and stuff. Now I've never been, but I've seen the footage, and I've known friends that have been. I always want to go, but my wife's kind of iffy with the kids. She says they got my daughter maybe, but our son would have to be a little bigger because he's not tiny, but he's 11. He's not the biggest kid, so I'd hate to see anything happen to him either. So we're gonna wait a couple of years till he's just a little bit bigger. But when he is, I think we're gonna take them there because I would love to go tubing there. Oh my gosh, would I ever? And Judy says, I'm good, thank you. How are you? Good, Judy, good. You know, it's Wednesday afternoon, so I've got a couple more minutes, then I'll have to go because I have to go pick Ethan up at school. But good. You know what? For a Wednesday, I was going to say a Thursday, and I think yesterday, the day before, I said it was Thursday afternoon, and Nikki almost dropped whatever she was doing. She goes, it's Thursday afternoon. How did I miss like 2 or 3 days? But I'm always wishing for the weekend. I'm wishing my life away, I think. I should just take one day at a time. But no, I'm pretty good. You know, I can't ask for a better day. I'm finished a video this afternoon, and yeah, I have somebody in the chat here that from the video, I've challenged somebody, but I won't say who in the chat. But when I do put the video out, I'll send them a message so they know to watch. Anyways, let's see, Dormar family. Oh my gosh, Maria or George. I imagine it's Maria, but if George is there, say hi and happy birthday to you both. I was saying earlier, Maria, that it was George's birthday yesterday and Maria's birthday on Sunday, and you did a great job last night. We couldn't stay the whole time, Maria, but you know what? You did a great job. The two of you look so excited for it to be George's birthday, and that, you know, as he did the other night when you were out for dinner. You looked like you were having a great time, Maria. Nightshame, hey buddy, how are you? Hey there, Jeff. It's good to see you, Nightshame. You know what? just have goofy pictures up here, just some images to try to lighten things up and stuff. It's sun's out here finally, and things are lightening up. Spring seems to be on the way, so it's great to see you, Night Shame. Thanks very much for coming. Gear Scandal, we have a place on the mountains called the Caves. It's an air hole filled with clear water. We put sand in for a beach. Oh, that sounds awesome, Gary. Sounds awesome. Hey, Paul, how are you? PMDB Entertainment. It's good to see you. That's good to see you. Night Shame says, man, it's been snowing a lot where I'm at. Has it? Now, you know what? We've had snow for the last 2 months, Night Shame. And we just want spring here. I imagine you do too, but we're just so done with it. So today, last day or so, the sun's been out, so as you can see, I'm just trying to liven things up with the pictures. That's all. It's been just so dreary here, gray and stuff, overcast. But yeah, we're hoping for spring here. Night Shame, but I wanted to let you know that I'm still support. Oh no, I know you're Night Shame. I'm sorry. I try to get. I'm not gonna sit and lie in that. If I do it, I do, and that's what it is. If I say, oh yeah, because you know, sometimes I get around, sometimes I don't. But I need to get around more. I do. But no, I do appreciate Night Shame. I've been busting my butt lately. I imagine you have. You're almost at 9K, Night Shame. You're almost. Well, you might be now. I don't know if you are. That's awesome. But I saw the other day you were almost at 9K. That's amazing. Yeah, Gary's from Pennsylvania. That's right. That's right. Gary, and you know who else? The fellow I was talking about, NYZ Outdoors. He's from Pennsylvania, and that's the fellow I was talking about, where he's up on one of the cliffs on the mountain, or wherever he was. He's taking footage with his drone. Real nice fella, Ed. But he has a great outdoor channel, Gary. NYZ Outdoors. Real good fella. Oh, yes. Drew's Food Reviews. Hi, Dromar. Smash the like button for Jeff. Yes, I love that. Is that because Maria set it into like a voice activated and it came out smish or something for her? I thought that's what she was saying last night. Oh, gosh. Hope you're good, Jeff. Yeah, Paul, I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well, too. I hope you're doing well. I'm no more talking about Game of Thrones, at least when everybody's on, right, Paul? Sorry about that. I adore my family. Maria says, thanks so much. We really appreciate it so much for you guys loving. And yeah, it's Maria. No, I thought it might be. I figured George is probably at work, so no, it's great. It's great to see you. Like I said, you know, Joe and I usually after dinner. What happens? Some nights we get on to live. Sometimes we don't. And you know, sometimes we used to get on to lives more at night and stuff, but we find now sometimes late at night. By the time everything rolls around with the kids, sometimes we're on, sometimes we're not as much. But we used to stay up late. I remember, you know, we'd be on, we'd go over to Night Shame, and then after Night Shame, we'd go see John from Em's dad. Like I said, you know, I don't want to talk about, but I miss the fella. I really do. He was a great fella. I'm sure everybody most of people remember John from Em's dad. Like I said, I'm not going to bring anything up because that's not the place to do this here. But I just want to say I miss the fella. That's all, and I hope the best for him. I really do. Night Shame says thanks. Been working hard lately. Oh gosh, sometimes you just want to throw work out the door, Night Shame. But no, that's good. It is good. Let's see here. Let's see. Smish, Maria. Oh gosh. Gary's. Oops, I missed that. Sorry, the chat rolled out for a second. Gary Scandal says some people take their kids and they were have birthday parties and we put a pig in to make pig or whatever. Oh my gosh, that sounds. Oh, thanks, Paul. I appreciate it. Some stuff. Oh yes, Jeff, give Joe a big hug for all of us. Squeeze her and tell her hi from the chat. Oh, we will, Don. We will. She's today. She has a meeting every first Wednesday of the month. She has a meeting. She is a secretary for a committee that she runs, and so every Wednesday from 7 to 8 or 7 to 9, she has to go for an hour or two. So she's out for about an hour or two this evening, and then she comes home. So Wednesdays is her night. Like she says, is the day done? But yeah, no, I will for sure. She's been busy lately, but you know, we were what was it? Try to get on some, but at night sometimes she's busier at night, and she used to go on the lives in the day here, and sometimes she tries to on the weekend, but at night she seems to be a little more tired. I don't. Things are just catching up to her, just like everybody in that. That's all. But I definitely will, Don. I definitely will. Raphael Scrapper. Hey Jeff. Hey peeps. How are you, Raphael? It's good to see you. How's your day going today? Good, everybody. Ira Z says my notes keep going out. Sorry everyone I missed you live. Oh, no worries. Pig roast sounds awesome, doesn't it? Oh my gosh, I love me a pig roast. Oh, that's the best meat ever. Gosh. Yes, I'm going to read this last one because it's 3:24, 3:25. Everybody knows usually I have to head out, so give me a second just to read this here. Dromar family, 80 days. So last Thursday I was talking so fast that instead of saying smash, I said smish, and ever since then everybody's been coming on to our lives saying that to me. You know what you should do, Maria? You and George should make a shirt that says smish, 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 or smish that button or something like that. Oh gosh, that would be. I like George's hat. You know that the Dromar family. It looks good. Tell him it looks good. Well, that's good, Gary, about fundraisers for families in need. That always is greatly appreciated. Let's see here. Oh gosh, you know what? Where's the last hour and 25 minutes when it went by in a blink of an eye, everybody? And I'm gonna have to go on. I'm really sorry. I don't mean to just wrap things up like this, but it's 3:25 Eastern Standard Time, our time. Our son finishes school at 3:35. I mean, he's 11. He's old enough, but you know, I always still pick him up. Before I know it, you know what? He's gonna be out of the house. You know, he's only 11, but you know, my daughter, she's turning 16 next week. And in my head, I think, you know what? She's only got 2 more years of school, then off she goes. But I try to spend as much time as I can because I know, you know, before you know it, they're older and then they don't want to have anything to do with you anymore. So, yeah, as I'm home right now, I can pick them up. Down like earlier, I couldn't, and this past year I've been able to because I have been. But you know, before I know it, I'll be back to work and stuff, and all this won't exist. Not this, but picking the kid up and stuff like that won't exist anymore. But anyways, I should get going, everybody. Yep, or bye, Jeff. Bye, Seven. Have a good one. Yes, everybody. Seven's enough. Gary Scander, Raphael Scrapper, Dromar family, Judy Turner. Seven's enough. Go fish off this nomadic bike. Night Shame. Judy Turner, go off fish office. I'm not trying to miss anybody. Raphael Scrapper, nomadic bike, PMDB Entertainment, Drew's Food Reviews. I'm just trying to run through the chat of people's names here quickly. Ray Z. I just want to thank everybody as quickly as I can. Dangerous Criminals. There's other people here, and I'm not trying to exclude a single soul. Scrapping Irish. Viewed this. You know what? Mickey. Mickey XOXO. He was Mike, the Min Dad. Sunshine. Viewed this. Flying Monkey. Let me see. I'm pretty much, I think, could be a few more names. Style with HR. There's other names, but I've reached the top of my list. It just means that it cuts it off at a certain point. But anyways, I'm sorry that I have to run, but I'm a little behind now, and I'm going to have to go, everybody. Suresh, it's good to see you. I have to run. Have a good one, everybody. Much love. Yes, Dromar family. Everybody have a great one, and much appreciated, okay? Yeah, bye. Okay, your children. Yeah, I have to go, everybody. Have a great day, and I appreciate it, everybody, okay? Have a good night. Thanks again for coming. Much appreciated. Bye-bye.